Hello, beautiful people. My reality has shifted. So I just got done a 2-day training. And whenever you do a training that you receive some energy, you get a vibrational shift upward, um, life starts to get very interesting. Do you know what I mean? What training have you done? What have you gone through that lifted your vibration? I'd love to hear in the comments. And I learned a lot about ascension symptoms this weekend. I learned a lot about vibration, our higher selves. I learned a lot about ascension. And really cool, I learned a lot about kind of layers of ascension and awakening. It's been really an eye-opening weekend. I'm coming into my week in a kind of like a whole new me. And I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm starting all over again. I'm starting from scratch. And yeah, my vibration has kind of really done an upgrade. So I came into my office and threw out so much and then like put a bunch out in the hallway because it's just no longer a vibrational match. So that's really interesting. To raise your vibration and realize that your life really isn't a vibrational match anymore. And what do you do about that? Have you ever felt like that? You had a shift, you had an awakening, and your life just isn't a match anymore. Well, make it a match. Declare it. Name it. What do you have to do to say, now it's a match? So for me, I got rid of so many papers and so many things. And for me, like crystals and myrties and just old business stuff just is hanging out in the hallway. Posters. I'm getting rid of my tarot cards, my angel cards. Kuan Yin fell off the shelf today. I was actually going to keep her, but I kept looking and questioning. I'm like, but it's Kuan Yin. And Kuan Yin fell off the shelf and got decapitated today. So she's gone. So it was kind of crazy stuff. But if you are noticing that you had a vibrational shift with wherever you are, and you came back into your life, for sure, start to weed the garden of people, places, things, everything. Really honor that you're in a new place, a new vibration, a new place, a new life, a whole new reality. So this is the way I see it. This is how it works. Every 10 to 17 seconds, a new reality is birthed. A new universe is birthed. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Now, in those 10 to 17 seconds, we can go unconsciously into each one and keep bringing in the old vibration and the old stuff and the old, what is it called? The old, cast, if you will, of the players in your old reality. Or you can be aware and say, you know what? I'm really aware of a new reality here. I'm really aware that vibration has shifted. And in this new reality, I'm going to let all that go. So you can let it go vibrationally. You can let it go physically. Feel into where you are, where your frequency is, and then proceed from there. So I came into this room today to meditate, and instead of sitting down and meditating, or before I did, I just meditated way later, I just started gutting this room of things. Oh, and it feels so good. It feels so good. But yes, reality is very different right now. So the training I did was called a no-touch Marconic training. So now I am a Marconic no-touch practitioner. And what's really fun, especially with how everything is, it is so super potent and effective to do it virtually. I'm super excited to help people find their purpose, really get clear on their purpose, really increase their intuition, really release karma, raise their vibration. So it's just a wonderful awakening and ascension tool, this no-touch session. I have been doing Marconic sessions for myself since last year, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the training. I'm going to do this for people too, because it's really super, super cool. What I've noticed with this training is that our light bodies are shifting and changing, and the Marconics just helps, the Marconics energy helps us kind of get a new light body so we can actually have a different experience and a different possibility with ascension and ascending even higher than we can in just these 12 dimensions that are available to us with the earth. So what's happening is that the earth has kind of a lockdown on our ascension, basically, because we have 12 dimensions that the earth is vibrating in. Okay. We start to be able to go past that 12D crystal grid and can ascend beyond that. And we can really make our sovereign connection to source, which is way past the 12th dimension. So I'm feeling pretty light today. I'm feeling pretty high vibing. This is my certificate here. I'm a Marconic practitioner of the no touch. So I'm pretty excited about this because it's marking a whole new reality for me. And I meditated for 45 minutes today and really got this big awareness around how the frequency of the sound that comes through my voice is shifted as well. And that I really need to get out there and offer this sound to people. And it's really going to help them get really clear with their purpose and their awakening journey. So, you know, lots of cool stuff happening today as I coming off this training and also going into meditation. So, you know, whatever we do to raise our vibration, whether it's Marconics or Reiki or yoga or Qigong or whatever it is, whatever realm it is, there's going to be a practice that we do to sustain a vibration. So when we go to higher frequencies, and different modalities will get you higher than others, and it's just kind of following the breadcrumbs of where you're going. Wherever you are, and you want to kind of play at your vibration, your default vibration. So different attunements, different trainings, they get your vibration to the default level higher. So after my training this weekend, my default vibration is now higher. But it can still dip. It doesn't mean it's there forever. I can still kind of get more triggered. I can go into the lower frequencies, things like that. So it's really important to do practice to sustain the frequencies, okay? Because it doesn't feel good when we start to drop. Now, there's two ways to not feel good in our bodies. And one is ascension symptoms, when we start increasing that frequency and these bodies have to adapt and adjust. Or we start to dip into some lower 3D frequencies. That doesn't feel any good either. And when we start to dip into those lower frequencies, guess what starts to happen? We get the lower frequencies kind of coming at us, you know, a like attracts like kind of thing. So we can get different people, places, things, entities, whatever in the unseen world, emotions, thought forms, belief systems, contracts, whatever's vibing with that lower frequency that we just drop to, we actually can be the effect of. So when you are not able to sustain the high frequency, yet you have a default there, but you kind of drop down every day. By the end of the day, you're down here. Beginning of the day, you're there. Doing some good like protection, you know, doing some clearings or protections. It's a good idea. And I learned some more of that today, this weekend as well. So that was pretty cool. So it's really important to sustain your frequency. And so even though you're like, wow, I'm high vibing. So I've done a lot of different modalities, and some of them I was like, wow, this is really sustaining my vibration. I never really felt like some of them, I didn't feel like I had to meditate anymore. I didn't have to do any practice. But then all of a sudden, something would plummet me, and then I was really unaware of what was happening. So, I personally recommend that if you want to sustain your vibration at any level, even if it's at a super high level, that you continue to have stillness, 10, 20, 30, 45 hour a day of meditation, of just being with your source energy, and just basking in it, asking it to talk through you as you and write it down, asking it to sing through you, just taking time to be with that energy. And then you can start to notice like the contrast more easily. So when you are in your day and you got a high vibe going, you can start to feel the contrast of when it starts to get wobbly. And you're like, wow, okay, there's a choice here. Am I going to choose here that makes me spiral down, or am I going to choose here that keeps me in my higher vibration? So vibration is not and never stagnant. So what are you going to do to sustain it? And what are you going to do to raise it? And so if you feel like you're on a plateau and you're like, I feel like there's something more, I think it's time to raise my vibration, then it's time to look for the next breadcrumbs. And that's what happened with me when I felt kind of this pull to take the training I did this weekend, the Marconics training. I just, and as well as the sessions that I took for myself, I just started to feel a plateau, and I just felt like my vibration was ready to really raise, and that there was some support for that. Now, can we raise our vibration on our own? Yes, of course we can. We can always raise our vibration. However, it may take a lot longer. It may take a lot longer without support. So there is a man named Sat Shri that I follow his work as well. And I never really bought into the guru thing, even though I'm a yogi and I've had lots of experiences with the yogic world and gurus. I never really took a guru for myself. But I was listening to Sat Shri the other day, and he was just saying that's why it's harder to go to the higher vibrations without a support system or guru. And I think I learned about that this weekend, because there's certain forms and structures in our light body and in our makeup that unless we have someone that's kind of been there and done that, we actually don't know how to open up even further. And so what I realized that there's a lot of forms and structures, and that's what I'm on the road to learning how to help people open up their light bodies into a way that can really get them past plateaus and really get them to higher frequencies and really the sovereign connection with source itself, rather than all these other vibrational distractions along the way, if that makes any sense. So I'm just learning about all this. I'm just learning about what all this means to me in my life. And I'm just learning about where my new vibration is. And it's all very interesting. We are remembering our greatness together here, guys, in this high vibe tribe on this channel. So if you have a story to tell about a training or about a vibration shift, or how, what do you do to sustain it? And by all means, if you feel like you're on a plateau, if you feel like you need help sustaining your higher vibration, I'm here. I'm here for you. We can have a conversation in the comments. I also do free discovery calls. And, I also just do coaching and alignment through sound. And now I actually do the Marconic no-touch session. So wherever you are on the planet, I can do one for you if you are interested in that as well. So beautiful people, thank you so much for tuning in here. If you made it to the end here, have a beautiful, beautiful day. I will talk to you tomorrow.